Yeah, so I guess at this point, we'll go ahead and talk about Caleb Denison and digital trends.
Sure,
If
yeah.
you are in the chat, let us know if you saw the comment today on AVS from the CEO of Digital Trends. It was
It's
crazy
bad.
ex-girlfriend vibes.
It was tasteless, honestly.
Yeah, like it's just in my mind, it's like you're CEO of a company, you're in a legal battle, you've already shot yourself in the foot once over this, and then you're gonna go on a forum that had 5 posts that had like no real traction, maybe a dozen people saw it, and like just be a crate, like just make the probably the worst decision you could possibly make, trying to talk about how much money that you've given Caleb, how much you've done for him, and like all this stuff, and then contradict yourself, saying that like he's keeping TVs from these manufacturers that send for reviews and not sending them back when they ask for it back. Well, but then also at the same time trying to say that he's trying to take these contacts with him to his channel. So it's like if he's going to be doing a new channel reviewing for these same manufacturers, why would he keep the TVs and jeopardize that? That's just a huge contradiction right there that makes no sense at all whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And then just to like be posting that stuff in public again when you're in the middle of a legal battle just looks horrible. And it
Really,
just
yeah.
literally looks like you're like a crazy ex at this point. And it just shows your weakness that you don't know what you're doing. You don't know how you're going to get by. Like if your entire business was carried by one person of talent, that's on the CEO's fault if they leave and then that company fails. You should have been spending your time not resting on your laurels, finding more talent. Like every other publication, when someone leaves, they can still continue on the rest of the talent that's there and find new talent.
Yeah,
Like,
and I gotta be really clear about this. Like, this is not from just some digital trends employee that was like just disgruntled or anything. This is from the co-founder of digital trends that is out there vilifying Caleb and making him out to be just this horrible person. And they're just posting these tone deaf messages where it's like saying things like I am dismayed and heartbroken to see people bash digital trends. It's like, really, how are you dismayed and heartbroken to see that? How is that not obvious that that was going to happen if you take those kind of actions? Like, people loved Caleb. Caleb was obviously the heart of digital trends, and they ripped it out. Like, they ripped it out and stepped on it. And people could see that right when he left, things shifted, and it's no coincidence that you see them doing all these branded ads and stuff now. Yeah, it's not gonna be good for digital trends, man. It's not gonna be good.
yeah, it's like the first when Caleb left, there was 2 options there. The option that they took, or just let him go, wish him the best, put on a good face, try to get, you had the audience still, but because of their actions going after him and because of what they're doing, you've just shut off any of the audience that's paying attention. You've
Yeah,
just shot yourself in the foot. You no longer have a chance. So if people are losing their jobs at your company, it's not Caleb's fault. It's your fault.
yeah, no, for sure. And the thing is, I don't quite understand how they can't just let him go. You know, I that's the part where I feel like most companies wouldn't be afraid to just let him go and let him do his own thing. He's given the company so much. So why not just let him go do his own thing? I think people would have more respect after that for digital trends if they were just like, all right, man, best wishes. Even did like a little tribute video or something if they want to, or even like just a nice post, which they did a nice post. They did a nice post, and then after that, they did what they did and took his channel down. It's like you can't go and post this public message saying, "Oh, we wish Caleb the best," and then all of a sudden you just take him down. It's so weird. It's so, oh man, it's just like backstabbing him at that point. If you're gonna post a message that is heartfelt and saying thank you for everything that you've given digital trends, and then you go and do that, it's like mixed messages. It's so crazy.
Mm-hmm. it looks bad on the
Yeah.
company. It like really makes you seem inept. It's sad because now Caleb has to spend all this time dealing with this, going through legal battle and whatnot, missing basically a large portion of the important part of TV season this year. And that momentum is gone. So it's going to be a problem for him. It's going to be a problem for them. Whereas if it was just, all right, it is what it is. He's leaving. He's been here this long. Appreciate what he did do there. Then everyone could have just continued on and, done the best that they could individually instead of just trying to drag everything down and just like Digital Trends now comes off as the bad guy, period, no matter what they do, whether they're in the right or wrong, because of the way it's handled.
Yeah, and I think like disclosing all this information that was meant to be kind of kept close to your chest and like maybe even held private is wrong. And I don't know like why they would feel they need to do this, because like showing like his base salary and like his travel expenses and talking about all the benefits he got and everything associated with this just to like make him look like this really bad person that was abusing something that really
Yeah, I mean,
didn't
and
seem to be the
everybody
case.
knows
And the
there's
way they
multiple
said it,
sides to the story, so it's like no one's gonna believe it that that's the whole thing in any way, or that, like I said, like there's so much contradiction in what was posted to begin with. Dumb to post.
I'll say it's hard to trust somebody that is going out of their way to actively smear somebody, because this isn't the first post this person has made. And again, this is the co-founder of the company posting all these messages on
And the
multiple
CEO.
channels. Yeah. That's wild. The reason why we haven't made videos about it either is like we're kind of trying to respect the process with Caleb, and we don't want to speak out of turn, but at the same time, it's like there's not much we can say on the issue but spread awareness. And that's kind of like one of the reasons why I wanted to bring it up today, and one of the reasons why Classy wanted to bring it up today, especially after that post. That post was horrific.
He can do what he wants, but he's trying to do it the proper way and the legal way, and just doing what his lawyers tell him to do at this point. He could have easily just been like, or I guess the one thing that could be a holdup or whatever is the date of which the calibrated channel was created. So if he say just took off the branding, changed the name, whatever, gave them the login, and then remade the channel and redid it, whatever, maybe he could have just went about it and it ended there. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the lawyers, what they're advising him and whatnot.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, like, I just know that he's like just doing what the lawyers are telling him, and that's kind of it. And so he wants to just do it right, where it just seems like Digital Trends is giving, an emotional response to this instead of a level-headed, what they should do.